Some people are just born to fight, I think. It's not that they're born brave. It's not that they're born strong. It's just that the universe has decided that this one will have grit and fire and steel in their blood. And it'll be tested, this cosmic metal of theirs. They'll face trial after trial, be broken and damaged in countless ways. But this one was born to fight. Maybe it's not the life they would have chosen. Maybe they'd love to lay down their arms.
Your subconscious mind is listening to everything that you say and everything that you do. So every time you tell yourself, I suck, I'm tired, I don't want to do this, it's listening, and it's going like this. 1, 2, 3, and it's going like negative. It's take it as positive or negative. Which one is it? And it's you're literally saying it consciously, but it's picking it up subconsciously. And what is confidence? What is confidence? It's obeying your conscience. Confidence is you listening to your conscience. And then you're like, why do I feel so tired? Why? And then you look up at life and you're like, why am I fat? Why aren't my businesses running correctly? Why? You just look at, if you look at life honestly, if you truthfully look at it truthfully and honestly, you'll be like, why am I like this? And we have to go back to the root. I could sit here and tell you, all right, bro, I want you to take these supplements. I want you to do all these things on the outside. And yes, that's valuable. Yes, that's 100%. You got to do the action. But I want you to upgrade the software. I want you to really learn how this stuff works. I was telling Coach V today, our table that we sit at every day, and I'm like, why do I talk about spirituality so much? And I was like, I don't even want to talk about it. I was like, but when you get successful, how can you not talk about it? How can you not bring it up? And this is where I'm like, guys, like, it's not about preaching. It's about living. It's like, this is just how you should live. If you still see the world as a victim, you're going to lose. If you still see, and I'm making a point, like, you have to realize that everything starts with your thoughts and your feelings and your energy. It leads to actions, 100%. And I'm not going to sit here and be woo-woo and say like, well, you got to manifest it. No, you got to 100% take action. But you have to understand, where did all this, what was the impetus? The impetus was the thought. How have you been thinking? You're tired, right? Okay, you're tired. You don't feel good? Let's trace it back. Come on now. All right. So one of the big things that I want you guys to really know is become a great listener. Don't become a great speaker. Become a great listener. If you want to make money, become a better listener. If you want to have more energy, become a better listener. If you want to elevate in life, become a better listener. So I could, let's just say it point blank, just out in the open. A lot of people aren't like happy with their situation. And they're not listening to their conscience. How can we just disregard all this chatter? Everything that your conscience has been telling you. Your intuition is never wrong. Your conscience is never wrong. Your intuition is never wrong. It's not that your intuition isn't working. It's not that like your spirituality isn't there. It's all the garbage, all the bull crap, all the vices, all that crap you got to remove out the way so you can start falling in line with your intuition and your conscience. Yes, it's simple, but to me, like, simple scales, fancy fails. Simple scales, fancy fails. Is this making sense so far? I'm gonna take you guys somewhere, I promise. I hope you're listening And I hope it's triggering at least one, two, three parts of your conscious part of you where you're like, ah, dang, got me. You should be on this call being like, damn, he's already beating me up. You should be on this call and be like, that's me. Raise your hand like that's me, 100%. Put in the chat if I'm already hitting you. And that's part of the problem is like you have to drop the ego. And I'm not trying to say beat you up or like, you know, to lie, but you have to realize like, yep, that's me, 100%. Because you know, I'm sitting here like thinking about this call, and I'm like, all of you guys are destined for a lot of great things. You guys are leaders. Not everybody's a leader, by the way. Okay, I just want to let you know that not everybody's called to lead, but I believe because you're on my team, more of a hardcore, you know, no fluff, like straight to the point, like we're going to make progress and we're going to demand it. I believe that you are a leader. Listen to what I'm about to say, though. You have to create the person that you love. You have to create the person that you admire. You have to create the person that you love. So let me just tell you something real quick. How can you accept, how can you tell your partner, oh, just accept me for who I am when you don't even like you? How can you tell the world, oh, just take me as I am, take my business as I am, everybody just this is who I am when you don't even like it? No, like wrong. What I'm trying to get at is this is you want to create the best version of yourself because you love others. That's how people are going to listen to you. It's not because I'm not sitting here trying to tell you guys, oh, you know, let's all get you all ripped and jacked and so we can be all self-absorbed and think about me, like, oh, look how great I am. No, it's because we love people. That's what I'm trying to tell you is that if you're a leader, it means that you love people, but you first have to take care of you. Am I making sense? You have to create the dopest, rarest, savagest, sharpest person that you actually fuck with. Can I say that? You actually have to like it. You can't be like, well, they don't like me. I'm like, you don't like you. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You don't like you. It's not, you have to start there first. Don't ever complain about anything until you run the tape back and you're like, hold up, hold on. Where are my lies real quick? Because I've caught a few of you in straight up blatant lies. I'm like, can we stop the lies? Can we just stop the lies? And that's all ego, pride, and just running, hiding bullshit. And there's small lies. And what do you think? Small lies lead to medium, medium lead to bigger ones. I'm like, yeah, I see right through that. So I'm not here to call you out. I'm just saying, call yourself out. Am I making sense? It's all love, guys. It's all love. I don't care. Dude, I've had so many people come in hella bad. I mean, there's no one in particular, but I just think about like guys like Danny, guys like Gilbert. I mean, all dude, so many. It's just too long. Vince, Jose, like it's just so many. My point is be real honest and be like, how was my thought life? Let's run the tape back. How was I thinking? What was my self-talk like? How are my boundaries before you start complaining or pointing the finger or anything like that? How has my communication been with God? How has my morning process been? How I bet if I let me get real quick. I bet if I called on 20 of you, you guys probably haven't even written down your identity statement. I bet you have even written down in your journal. And then you're like, I don't, I'm like, why haven't you asked? Why haven't you brought that up? Why I keep telling you, raise your hand, come to the calls. I'm like, yo, like, I know some of you have, by the way, and but look at your life. I told Gilbert to journal for like how long? How long? Let me ask Gilbert, how long did I tell you to journal, and then how long did it take you to journal, and what how was life before, and how was life after? I just want let's get a little interactive real quick. Gilly, talk to me truthfully. You don't have to if it's not true. If you don't give me an answer that I want to hear, by the way.
Nah,
Yeah.
nah, nah, nah. Yeah. Man, I mean, you the whole time I was on the program, like in the beginning, shit, it was like I didn't even you said it, I didn't even hear. I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I'm disregard that. And then it wasn't until I joined the breakthrough program where it was like, all right, like that was like the main piece to start journaling. And so that's like 6 months, like not listening. And then the
6 months.
the minute I started a journal and things like that, like we started like identifying a lot of holes, like how little I was thinking, the goals I was writing, the identity statement and things like that. It was like, whoa, there was a huge disconnect. And there was like, okay, like look at that. This is how you're thinking, this is how you're seeing things. Like that's a fucking problem right there. And then we got to work on that. And so, I mean, afterwards, I started realizing whoa, like the goals I was writing down. I mean, everything we were just focusing on for the journaling and stuff like that was massive because it made me realize, all right, like all the shit that I'm writing, right? It's gonna come to fruition. Like it should eventually like come to happen, you know what I'm saying? And you telling me and showing me your journal and like literally there's been multiple times you're like, look, read that. And I'm like all that happened. Like we're literally that's it. And it's from like years ago. I'm like, wow, so the power of journaling is honestly like very like it you might see it's very minimal, but honestly when you do it, you'll be like, holy shit, you know what I mean? Like it's real.
I appreciate you saying that. And that's just one piece, but I really lay out so many different things for your non-negotiables. Journaling's a non-negotiable. Like you have to do that. Why? Always ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why is this? And you could ask me anything that I tell you to do, all right, don't be annoying with it and be like, why? And like hella defiant or anything, but ask yourself consciously to yourself, like, why am I doing this? Why is this important? You are the biggest profit in your life. You are the biggest profit in your life. Okay. This is going to go into the teaching that I want to talk to you about. You have to realize, ingrain this in your mind. Your vocabulary dictates your destiny. It's not just what you say on the outside. It's what you're saying on the inside. It's what you're accepting or what you're not rejecting on the inside. Like check this out. Um, there's so many different things that are coming at you, people, music, school, college. There's a lot of sucky paradigms. Let me give you an example. Most of you guys aren't in the shape that you really want to be in. Why did you get like that? Because motherfuckers around you convinced you that's okay. Then you got around this group. Anybody who works out around us, you look at any of our group, any of our team members, we're all in shape. We all got money. We all have a positive mindset. We all speak belief. Even when dire situations, adversity is hitting, you want to be around those people, right? You don't want to be around negative people. But like think about the paradigm, like the societal belief. You accept what rhythm you kind of like fall in rhythm of what others are accepting. And I know it's kind of hard for some people to come on to this group. They're like, damn, I kind of suck. Like, but I'm like, guys, like, suck compared to what? Like, you're somebody's best version. Let me say that one more time, because a lot of people are like, dude, Mike's so mean, or Mike like holds a high standard. I'm like, dude, you gotta, if you're a leader, you have to realize somebody is watching you. Somebody's waiting for you. Somebody's looking at you. You're somebody's best life. You're somebody's best body. But does that mean you stay there? Does that mean that you like uh just because your husband's out of shape, just because your wife's out of shape, just because your family's out of shape, does that mean you stay there and you stay in this small little pond? No. You stay around bigger fishes like here, and we level up. But like, you got to listen to your own conscience. Like, what is your own conscience telling you? Like, I don't even want you to listen or look around too many different places. Just ask yourself genuinely, is this my best version of me? Is this the version that God called me to be? And a lot of you, let me tell you a hard truth real quick. Let me tell you a hard truth. There's a hard truth that I tell me and myself and all three of us. Like, do you like you? Do you really, is that your best version? Like, this is the way I say it. Do you fuck with you? And a lot of you are like, well, my husband, well, I don't want to rock the boat. And I'm like, stop it. You help your husband by being the best you. You help your wife by being the best leader, by being the best you. Why is that so crazy? Get in shape. Let's go simple, please. You help your employees by being the best you. I know, guys, like what I'm saying, I know some of you are like, yeah, I already know all this. Damn, like you have to allow me to go deeper. I have to lay the foundation. Everything's spiritual. This cup is spiritual. This laptop is spiritual. This phone is spiritual. The money is highly spiritual. You have to realize, how did it get started? Where did it come from? Am I speaking to anyone? Put in the chat. Yeah, we going in tonight, coach. I mean, coach. I called you coach. Yeah, that's prophecy. We Rudy's down 150 plus pounds, and he's living. He's shining. But check this out, guys. So, real quick, the reason why I'm saying all this is because there's two ways to live life, okay? There's two ways to live. You could either go, I was telling Vince on our one-on-one call, okay? I was telling Vince on our one-on-one call. I was like, look, Vince, like you're a coach now, okay? I get it. Do you know how many things you have to learn? Dude, you have to learn business. Like people think, let's think about like something you want to do. Let's say you want to become a coach. Let's just say that. When you get into coaching, just throw the coaching of getting people fit out the door. Okay. Let's just throw that out the door because that's not what it is. You're actually getting in the business of psychology. You're getting in the business of business. Okay. You're a businessman now. So I talk a lot to him about psychology. I talk a lot to him about spirituality, about creating the best him, how to see the world. But I was like sitting there, I'm like, dude, do you know how many things you have to learn? You're gonna have to learn sales, ads, leadership, communication. I mean, all the business owners, you guys know what I'm talking about. And 5% is actually macros or whatever your business is, whatever your service is. It's like the service is the smallest part. All the other stuff is going to be the stuff that either makes or breaks you. Okay. So he just started and I'm telling him like, dude, you have so many things to learn. I was like, but here's the best part of it, bro. I was like, we're not going to do it that way. There's two ways to live life. You can go the worldly way where you're like, all right, I'm gonna do it all. I'm gonna do all this. I gotta do payroll. I gotta do all of my errands, and I gotta talk to this person. I gotta talk to that person. I'm like, your life sucks. That's miserable. I hope you guys are following me. The other way, which most people don't live this way because of lack of faith, it's a spiritual way. Okay, you seek spirituality first. You seek connection first. You seek that first. And when you do that, doors get opened for you. Okay? If you exercise that amount of faith, and I know some of you, I don't really care. Some of you, 1,000, a million people could be like, you're high. That's wrong. I'm like, I don't care. I mean, I'd rather live this way anyway. Even if it weren't true, it is true, by the way, it is true. I'd rather live this way because one way is chasing, one way is miserable, and the other way is like, I love this. At least I feel like I'm in control, or at least I feel better. I feel in peace. Okay, let me get back to my point. You seek connection, you seek peace, you seek all these things. Boom, sales, fish come your way, clients come your way, doors get opened up. But the person who's like has no faith, who is stressed out, who like literally is living by the world, will think, oh, well, I got to tighten up my ads. I got to put more money on ads. I got to do all these things. I'm like, you're still playing that rookie game? It's about alignment. People like think about like, really success and there you can live however you want. Like I'm not gonna sit here and try to tell you there's only one way to live, but I'm telling you, pick a route. I'd rather go this route because I know, check this out. Let's say you do walk that route, the worldly route where you're like, whoa, Jeff Bezos probably, he's probably all like, hitting his fundament his metrics, and he probably has ads and he probably has people and all these different things. I'm like, okay, what happens when he reaches the pinnacle of all the amount of money? He reached a ceiling now. Guess what? He's going to be looking spiritual now. What I'm trying to tell you, go there already. Just walk there now. Get the money, get the body, get the leadership, and get the spirituality all together as you walk on this way. And if God says give up the money at one point in your life, okay, cool. But at least you're on the right path. Am I speaking? Is this making sense? I feel almost like I'm speaking Chinese right now at this point, but does this make sense? Coach V, what you got? I don't know if I don't know. I gotta get the feedback, guys. Like I gotta know that we're catching this.
Mm-hmm.
I
No.
I want to be Joe Montana, and I want somebody. I need Jerry Rice.
Who's gonna catch the ball, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. I'm sitting here thinking, like everything that you said, taking it a little bit back and just kind of like tying a couple things together. When you were talking about how are you gonna love, or how's your partner gonna love you if you don't love yourself?
Right.
I think like when I didn't love myself, I needed it from other people. And like when you need anything from somebody else, like you push that away. And like, and I think to tie it in with what you're talking about, like the things that you desire, you you're supposed to give away. Like you get what you give. And so like you don't get what you want. You get what you commit to. Like you get what you decide like, no, this lives in me. This is part of who I am. Um,
Could
so
I stop you real quick?
yeah,
I think you were done, by the way. It's just
I was.
just I I, I just want to clarify that. Uh in order to keep it, someone finish off my last sentence right there. In order to keep it, Who's gonna put it in the chat? In order to keep it, what must you do? You have to give it away. In order to keep it, you gotta give it away. Release it, surrender it, however you want to say it. It's just in order to keep it, you gotta give it away. You gotta like tattoo these hallmark statements in your mind because they're your fail safes. Look, guys, please do this for me. Throw out, well, I got the kids, I got to make them dinner, I got the employees, I got to run from job. Make time. Hello, make time. Like God is telling me to tell you to make time. Your life has not changed. Listen to me. I know it hasn't changed. 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 7 years ago, it's the same. Can we be honest? Can we take that? Can we go there? Like it has not changed, but it will change if you slow down, stop, and be like, yep, you know what? I got to listen to that. So let me give you an example. Give it away. How many of you have gotten your life changed from this program? Just put in the chat real quick. Has this changed your life? Harold says, yeah. Danny, Miguel, Gina, Cesar, Denise, Ivana, Jose, Myra, a lot of you. All right, I can't keep up. Yes. How many of you are giving that away? How many of you guys are sharing that? Or are you guarding it? Are you holding it in? If I told you, hey, what one line have I really told you like that has really helped you? Let's say, in order to keep it, you got to give it, or repetition makes reputation, or you're the biggest prophet in your life, whatever like concept. How many people have you told? How many people have you shared that with? It only magnifies you. You think it's gonna take from you. And I know why you don't do it. I know why you don't do it. It's because you're thinking about me, I. Oh, what are they gonna say? I look stupid, I sound stupid, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, it's all about you. Still all about you. Are you not a leader? No, I'm serious. I'm serious. You think no one's paying attention, but they are. They do. Your partner is. Take accountability, take leadership for it. Be that person. Don't talk yourself out of it. Coach V, I think that goes hand in hand with what you're saying, but share what has worked for you. It's spiritual. What I just told you is spiritual. Let me give you another example of what's spiritual. When somebody teaches you something, you always show respect. You always honor what somebody taught you. That is how you elevate. You will get stopped somewhere along your path. You might win. You might be like, oh yeah, I learned all this by myself. But we know you didn't. You learned it from a book, or you learned it from me, or you learned it from somewhere, but you're hiding it, or you're not disclosing it. You will get stopped. The universe will not let you keep going. So what do? You just give it away. You just honor it. There's a hierarchy of how this all works. It's spiritual. But like people who don't win, who are victims, who are still like in the same spot, they don't know any of these like spiritual principles that I talk about. And I'm like, dude, your life sucks. It really does. And I ask you, I'm like, who are you working for? The devil or God? Are you working for the devil or are you working for God? Let me just ask yourself this question. Are you working for the devil or are you working for God? Ask yourself that question. And I know the answer that all of you guys have. You're working for God. Okay, let's go into it then. Let's really dissect it then. All of you guys believe in God, right? And this is a call. Some of you guys were on the Spanish call that I kind of struggled with in Spanish. I'm trying to practice, drop the ego, be coachable. I was talking about it on the Spanish call, and I just want to kind of go over some of the things that I was talking about. So the question is, are you working for the devil or are you working for God? And all of you guys believe in God. I think probably 98% of you. But how do you know the devil is in and around your life? How do you know if you're working for the devil? And I'm not saying there's a difference between the devil being in you. I'm not talking about possessed. Like I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he's around. You know, he's in the household. He's in the drugs. He's in the vices. He's in people close to you. You know, because your life isn't changing. You know, because the lessons are still the same lessons. Let me ask you a question so we can put in the chat real quick. How many of you guys are still learning the same lessons of weight loss? How many of you are still learning the same lesson of vices? Whatever the vices. How many of you are still learning the same struggle? I'll put it this way: struggle, problem that you were dealing with in 2022, 2019, 2015. How many of you guys still have the same business problems? You know, Carlos Lopez, who's done really good and is going to continue to do good, even better. You know, one of the things that he talks about a lot, which is so good that I love that he talks about, a lot of construction business owners, the reason why they don't elevate their business, you want to know why? Because they still are in their own business. They want to do all their work. Why do they do that? Because they don't trust anybody. They have massive trust issues. They're like, I can't trust this person. I do it the best. And I'm like, well, this I'm like, dude, you're not gonna elevate. Now you're stuck in your business till you're 85. Because you got to pay bills and your business is never gonna grow. So you're gonna be stuck working your entire life because you can't relinquish the proper instruction. You can't build somebody. That's a reflection of you and your leadership. That's a problem that's not getting solved. Am I speaking to anybody? Does that make sense? You have to look at your life and be like, what is it? All right.